अपनी टीम ही वो लेट आई थी, वो लेट
निकल गया एक्चुअली, कल हो
बहुत
गया
लेट
था
गया।
वो जो रोशन ने ना
सर दोस्त के कसूर का वो सब समझ रहा है, साढ़े 8 का टाइम है, लेट नहीं होना चाहिए। नहीं नहीं, हो जाएगी, कोई इशू नहीं है, सिक्सर तो पहले वाले हो गए, इसमें कोई कोई इशू नहीं है, हो जाएगी। 10 फील्ड में हो ही जाएगी सर, दीपक का मेरे को 5 ओवर में फर्क पड़ जाएगा।
दीपक है अच्छा नहीं क्या अच्छा इनको
एक मिनट सर।
आप सेंटर में आ जाओ सर, आप इनको इधर
दीपक हाँ
ऐसे ऐसे फेस कर दीजिए
इधर इधर इधर।
दीपक। So hello and good morning. It's Super Sunday. Two matches coming your way. The match official is here along with the captains and we are ready for the toss. So good luck to both the teams. Cam have won the toss and they've elected to bat first. we are all set for play to start. The first game coming from Modern School, ground number 2. Cam winning the toss, electing to bat first. I think it's a good decision. It's a very wise decision because we've seen generally on this ground so far in this tournament, teams that have batted first, they have come out strong. Cam, I believe, are playing their first game on this ground. Meanwhile, Kochhar and company, they've already played one game on this particular ground, so they're well versed with the conditions, even though there's not much of difference as compared to ground number 1. So the umpire is just checking if everything is in place. Soon he'll be calling it shots and the batsman is ready. So play to start. Here we go. First delivery to be bowled. The bowler on top of his bowling mark. And right on the money straight away. Initially, there will be some seam movement. That's exactly what we saw. Just a hint of movement away from the right-handed batsman. He was looking to guide it away towards the point region. Extra bit of zip as well off the deck. And straight into the wicketkeeper's gloves. And also, as I said, Cam are playing their first game on this particular ground. So they'll be trying to assess in the first 15 minutes or so what exactly the pitch is doing. And meanwhile, 3 runs. That's wide. Third man gets around it. Does well. Had a lot of ground to cover. Came in running. That ball was traveling towards a fine leg fence. And we've also seen this particular ground. The outfield has slowed up. In the initial few matches, we saw the outfield was lightning fast. But as we've had more and more games, the outfield has slowed down. We have some patches of grass, uneven patches of grass all along the ground as well. So the bowler running in. That's much better. That's much better. Can't get better than that. Precision. Bowling in the corridor. Batsman respecting that. Plays it calmly. Just dabs it onto the pitch. Jizan and Aishwarya, they are the opening batsmen for Cam. So Aishwarya, at the moment, he's the man on strike facing Narendra. What an over this is. What a great start for Cam. Again, those tight lines, those nagging lines that Narendra is operating upon. Except for that wide, this has been a sensational start for Kochhar Co. They are a balanced team, Kochhar Co. They'll be buoyed. They did well in their last game. Cam, meanwhile, playing, as I said, their first game on this deck. Another peach. An absolute jaffer. What an over this one. Aishwarya is tentative. He wants to get one off the bat. He's been playing and missing so far. Could start this by Narendra. Again, not in total control. Straight back to the bowler. That's a great start for Kochhar Co. That's the end of the first. 3 for no loss, Cam. Jizan will be facing his first delivery. And that's nice. He got away. That's the confidence. Width on offer. Third man. Can he reset? He does well. But unfortunately, that will still run away for four. That's the first boundary of the innings, and that will give them a lot of confidence. Not the best of starts by the bowler. Indrajit Yadav introduced into the attack, sharing the new ball with Narendra, and he erred in line, giving the batsman enough width, and he accepts it gleefully. Just runs it down towards third man, and immediately we see a change in fielding. Some fine tuning in the field positions. Third man is now slightly wider and nearer to the boundary. He was inside the circle prior to that, I believe. Once again, fuller in length, the batsman just drives it neatly straight to the fielder standing at extra cover. Another run added to the total. Now, talking about the field, pointing out that these are the power play overs. So the first 6 overs, mandatory power play overs. You've got to have just 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. There is a sweeper cover, protecting the cover boundary. That's much better. That's much better. Everybody appealed except for the bowler. He just walks back as if it's just another job to do. And that's exactly what you've got to do as a new bowler. Create the pressure on the opposition batters. Well, they will be tentative. It's a fresh start. It's a fresh morning. So they don't know what the pitch is doing. If there's any... Oh, that's nicely stopped. Talk about reflexes. He just pulls it off. I'm sure he'd be hurt. It will be sore tomorrow. That was it, really hard. And I'm sure he needs medical attention. The umpire, quick to act upon that. Now we've got such an experienced panel here. All the officials are vastly experienced. They are the Delhi state level umpires. Just the bowler needing some medical attention right there. Everybody looks concerned. I'm sure he'll be all right. He'll be ready to resume. So finally, play does resume. So talking about the pitch conditions, this pitch won't zip around, but initially, especially in the morning, because of the overnight moisture, there would be good binding, and the faster bowlers, if they are capable enough, they'd get some movement, a hint of seam movement at least off the deck, because the pitch will take at least 2 to 3 overs to dry. There is moisture retention, and as we move on in this tournament, there will be more and more overnight dew as the conditions get colder. Oh, that's an absolute tapper, and he's been trapped in front. That's a wicket. That's exactly what they wanted. Well, that break helping the bowling team, Kochhar Co. they'd be delighted. The batsman again got in no man's land. He was poking at it, he missed it completely, but the bowler hasn't. The perils of bowling straight wicket to wicket and a hint of movement as well. That's exactly the movement I was talking about. Initially, there will be something in it for the faster bowlers. That's an unfortunate loss for Camp. Big wicket for Kochhar Co. An eventful over that, the second one, 9 for 1, Cam, after the end of the second. Out walks the skipper. The crucial number 3 position is where he likes to bat. It's generally known as he'll be at the non-striker's end because the wicket had fallen off the final delivery of the previous over. He's generally known as the crisis man for Camp, where it's Jizan who's the man on strike at the moment. Narendra, who bowled a brilliant first over, will continue. And the captain is on strike now. He'll be facing his first delivery. Aishwarya, rather Jizan just pushes her away towards the offside, plays it calmly, gets a single. So Aishwarya was looking good. He hit a boundary, but he's been trapped in front by Indrajit Yadav. Picks up a wicket. And you'd be elated as a bowler when you get a wicket up front, especially within the power plays, bowling the first over with the hard new ball in your hands. That gives you a lot of confidence. The skipper just marking his guard. Narendra to continue. Ronak. Oh, that was tight. That was very close to the outside edge. As I said, extra bit of zip. Just taking off that ball. And we'll see that. We'll see that initially. Well, I mentioned this yesterday too. The ground staff, they use heavy rollers. They use really heavy rollers overnight. So the pitch is well binded also because of the overnight moisture. So you'll see that. But as the day progresses, that's much better. Nice, he gets on top of the bounce this time around. That's exactly what he was trying to do the previous ball. And puts it away towards the fence. What a way to get off the mark. And in some fashion as well. Look at the confidence. He knew where exactly the gap was. And nicely threading it. You can't offer him any width. He'll take full toll of it. Ronak. He's a talismanic batsman for Cyril Amarchand Mangal Das. Narendra to continue. Much better line, but the length was a bit too full. Just a push this time around by Ronak. That's good cricket. Got a boundary. Brings Jizan back on strike immediately. So coming back to the pitch, we've seen it throughout that, especially in the first innings, there is every now and then the ball just takes off, but the bounce is not as low as say match number 2 on this particular ground. The pitch tires down, it becomes lower and slower, and playing cross-batted shots becomes really difficult on this track. So it's tricky when you're playing the second game, and teams will know that. They'll keep that in mind. But also, you don't want to be playing the 4th innings on this deck. Teams that have played the fourth innings on this deck haven't fared well. By fourth innings, what I mean is we play 2 matches a day. And this happens to be the first match, so this is the first innings. Oh, what a take that is! He was flying in the air and plucks it out of thin air as well. Nicely taken. That ball was traveling. That would have been a definite four. Nicely done. That was an interesting shot too that Ronak tried there. Once again with Gibbon, and he puts it away yet again for another boundary. Closes the over well. 2 boundaries coming off it. So third gone. A good over that for Cam there. 21 for 1. So we'll get started with the fourth over of the innings. Kochhar Co, they had a good start. And now Cam getting on top with a flurry of boundaries. That's another one through the onside this time around. On the pads and just flicks it away. Well, that's a poor line to start off with. You can't bowl there. Especially somebody. Jizad is a batsman full of class. At his first boundary, he took his time today to understand the conditions. And if he gets it, Sarthak and company are in for a leather chase. Just opens the face of the bat at the last moment. Interesting shot that guides it away towards the third man region. Gets another single, brings Ronak back on strike courtesy that single. So Jizan moves to 9 and beg your pardon, he moves to 8 and Ronak is batting on 9 at the moment. Also going by the past results on this track, batting first. That's a good take. That's another good take. He's all over the place, the wicket keeper. He's done a fantastic job. Saved a lot of runs for his team already. We are into the fourth over. Talking about the past results, this season, teams batting first have fared much better. The winning percentage. Oh, is that a nick? Is that a nick? They are celebrating. But the umpire is unmoved. He shakes his head. Kochhar Co, they can't believe it. The batsman didn't move an inch. I reckon the wicketkeeper, he was sure shot. Immediately went up the whole team in unison. That's the extra bit of zip I was talking about, and Ronak likes to play towards that square region and also that third man region. Any width on offer, he'll play it just like that. I told you he's very strong towards that square region. Another boundary. He moves into double digits. I get the idea what Indrajit is trying to do. He's trying to make him play towards that square region and get a nick off him. Ronak is really strong this time, nicely getting on top of the bounce, puts it away right through the gap. If he gets it off the middle of the bat, then you can be sure that he will find the gap. He's very good with his placement. Now they're racing along camp. Kochhar Co, they require a wicket. Especially of that man who's on strike, the skipper. He is a dangerous customer. Bowls it slightly straighter. Good single, tight single. The fielder was under pressure. He fumbles and they make it back pretty safely in the end. Yet another good over. After that fall of the first wicket, these two have stitched together a small little partnership. And it's looking to be a good one. 23 of just 11 deliveries. And Cam will be hoping that it is a lengthy partnership at it. Fuller ends, and that's driven in style as well. What a shot that is off the bat of Jizan this time. Well, you've got to be mindful of your line and length. That was way up. That was a juicy half volley. Jizan just gets his best foot forward, drives it nicely towards that extra cover region, and ends the over on a high. Fourth gone. Camp looking good there, 36 for 1. So signs of spin early on. Vishal into the attack. The off-break bowler. Talking about Vishal, he's the MVP of Kochhar Co. He's a vital cog in this team with both bat and ball. I reckon he was the player of the match in the previous game that they played. He's had a good outing so far. Or rather, Vishal is the medium pacer. Beg your pardon. As far as his Crick Hero stats, it stated that he is an off-break bowler. I beg your pardon for that. Starts off with a full toss, a low full toss. The batsman just pushes it away towards the offside. Rana gets a single first up. Vishal again on top of his bowling mark. Well, it doesn't matter if you're an off spinner or a medium pacer. What matters is how important you are to the team, and Vishal is very important to Kochhar and Co. Oh, that's a good delivery. That's a Yorker length delivery. Not something you expect as a batsman early on, especially in this phase when field restrictions are in place. Just two fielders outside the circle. As a bowler, you don't intend to bowl these deliveries in the first 6 overs because the batsman. And he's cleaned him up! What a delivery that is! The off ball. And straight away, Vishal into action. He was looking for that big booming drive. Loses his off stump in the process. I told you he's a dangerous customer. And he's immediately provided the goods to his team. The second one falls. Both the openers depart. And Cam, they are 37 for 2. The new man walks out. Praful is the new batter. Walks in at number 4. And Vishal has made positive strides. Once again, squeezing in the Yorker. He's bowling really full. Not easy for a new man to bring down his bat in time to squeeze that Yorker out. It's difficult to negate that early on, I tell you, especially when you're facing that as a first delivery. What a start this is. Brilliant over. He was chasing that wide delivery. Once again, very full. Very, very full. And he's keeping them guessing as well. He's getting it to move in the air. Jeez, and what a big wicket that was. Final delivery of the over. Can he close it off well? Oh, that's a full toss. That will run away for 4 and we'll wait for the signal from the umpire. Is there a signal? The umpire having a chat with the bowler. What's going on there? Still waiting for the official response. It's a square leg umpire who will make the call. Well, it was a low full toss. Not sure if it was waist height or not. I guess yes. No ball has been called. So it will be a free hit. So the batsman will have some free swing. The question is, what area will he be looking to target? It's the same batsman who's on strike. They can't change the field. The batsman was taken by surprise. Here we go. The free hit delivery. Vishal running in. Where will he swing? He gets some width. Works it away towards third man. And he'll get a boundary. Courtesy a misfield. The pressure on the fielding team. Well, that should have been stopped. Unfortunately, it's not. That spoils it. That last delivery spoils it for Vishal. What an over it was turning out to be. But in the end, he's proved to be expensive. 10 runs coming off it, but also wicket 5th gone. Cam, they're 46 for 2. So this is the final power play over. After this, the field restrictions would be eased. The left arm comes into the attack. Ashish will be bowling the final power play over. They've got a very good bowling attack. Oh, that's away from the tramline. White signal from the umpire. Ronak was looking to chase it down. He loves width. He relishes it. He was chasing after it. Loves to drive the ball, especially towards that cover and square region. Cuts well too. Left armour running in. Got such a good action. That was hit crisply. Great timing. Travel quickly to that fielder standing at covers. There's no protection beyond him. There's no sweeper cover this time around. Third man is inside the circle as well. The two fielders protecting the boundary ropes are on the onside. Oh, that's a good shot, but equally well fielded. Gets a hand to it. Had to go down. Puts a half dive in there and saved a certain boundary because that ball was really traveling. He had timed it. Gets a single. Ronak moves to 16. Gets the new man Praful on strike. Praful is off to a very good start. He's got 2 boundaries to his name. Looks to use his wrist. Looks to work it down towards the onside. The bowler does well in his follow through. Makes the stop. So Cam approaching their 50-run mark. They'd be happy with their run rate. But the need of the hour is a partnership. That's what they want. They want the skipper to stay out there till the very end. Again, an interesting length that they're operating upon. It's very full, almost Yorker length. So you have to be mindful of that because these could turn out to be half volleys, especially when your fielders, most of them are inside the circle. Oh, that's a beauty. That is a beauty. That natural angle of the left-hander that goes away from the right-hand batsman. Praful was stranded in the middle. He was completely bamboozled. So final delivery of Ashish is over. This has been a very good one. Would be interesting to see how Ronak plays once the field opens up. Oh, he's been dropped on the pads. Is that going down leg? I reckon it is. I reckon it is. But what an over that was. He was breathing fire, Ashish. So power plays done and dusted. Cam there 48 for 2. I beg your pardon. So the field restrictions have been eased. And immediately a spinner is introduced. And as we anticipated, the square boundary has been cut off for Ronak. He was again looking to cut it away towards that same region behind point. Extra bit of zip for the bowler. Straight into the keeper's gloves. There was an appeal, a loud appeal at that. With Kochhar and Co, there's no stifle appeal. It's always loud, and he creams it towards the extra cover region. He's so good towards that offside. He loves that region. So you have to be not only mindful about the line but also the length. That was too full, especially as an off spinner. All he had to do was place it, and he's done it precisely. He's such a compact batsman. 50 up as well for Cam, courtesy that boundary. 50 up in style. So 52 for 2 at the moment. Cam and the captain brings it up with a stunning shot. Long on is patrolling the boundary ropes now. So is a man at deep. That's a good comeback. Ties him up. He's got no room to work with there. There's a long on now. There's a man in the deep towards cow corner. There's a long off. There's a sweeper cover, convention sweeper cover. And there is a deep point fielder. Nicely using his wrist. Ronak turns it away towards the onside. Gets one more run. Gets his partner on strike. Ruffle is batting on 8. Oh, that was close. Plays that very late. Risky again. Turns it away towards the onside and gets Ronak back on strike, who's batting on 21. Vijay Singh has started well. Apart from that boundary where bowled it really full up to the batsman, this has been a good over. Sweeps it but finds the fielder. There was some hesitation between both the batsmen, but the fielding was top-notch. That's the end of the 7th over. 6 runs coming off it. Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas, they're 54 for 2. So Vishal, the wrecking ball, he's back for his second. He'll be coming around the wicket. That's interesting. He'll have to look forward to what he's got up his sleeve. Starts off with a screamer. What a delivery that was. Unplayable. Coming around the wicket. He's keeping the batters guessing. Praful, after that good start, after that swift start, all of a sudden, he's finding it difficult to score. Well, it's not as difficult when you get full tosses like that. Gets away with that one, does Vishal. There was protection there. It's only a single. Praful moves into double digits. These two have forged together a little partnership here. Kochhar and Co, they'll be looking to break this one. This is an important partnership for them. Not in control. With once again looking to play away from his body, gets a thickish outside edge, and that ball almost traveled to the man standing at short third man. And once again, there's nobody protecting. And now the fielder at backward point is near the boundary ropes. There's a gully as well. Interesting field setup for Ronak, but he turns it away towards the onside this time around. He knew the offside was packed for him. He makes the necessary adjustments and he turns it away using his wrist. That's a very good stroke. Moves to 25. As I said, he can play all along the ground. Yes, his strength lies on the offside, but he's such a class act. Once again, same region, but he finds a fielder this time around. Could be a run out at the non-striker's end, but not the best of throws. That would have been dangerous. Well, Praful wanted that single. He had almost reached up to the striking end, but Ronak sends him back. Could have been dangerous that. Gets a full toss once again, finds a fielder once again. This time they sneak a single. Slightest bit of fumbles. And they were quick to realize that. They take a single. That's the end of the fifth. That's the end of the eighth, I beg your pardon. Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas, after the end of that over, they're 60 for 2. So a orthodox spinner comes into the attack, keeping the bat guessing at the moment, making constant changes, using all their resources that's in their arsenal. Left arm orthodox spinner will continue, starts off well, holds it really straight, and that's the strength of most of these left arm spinners. They bowl wicket to wicket, they bowl very straight, and if they're getting any touches to track, they become even more dangerous. Ronak makes way for himself. That's sloppy. That's really sloppy. Kochhar Co have kitted some free runs to camp. They made life easier for their batters. You can't do that. That should have been stopped. They're generally a very good fielding unit. He gave away 3 extra runs on that occasion. Ronak won't mind that. Goes again. This time there's no protection. He got to have a man near that square boundary. We need protection there. There was nobody. And once again, he bisects those two fielders really well. Nicely played. Very well done. There's still no change in the field. And as a bowler, if you give him any width, he will play you down there. He will find the gap. Straight back to the bowler. Much tighter line, much straighter. So the onside now is packed because the last over we saw Ronak getting down on his knees and working it away towards the onside. Was there an inside edge on that one? Definitely off the bat, says the umpire. Gets another run, one more run added to the total. Ruffle back on strike now. He'll be facing the left arm spinner who's coming around the wicket. And the umpire raises his finger. He's been trapped in front. That's straight and that's quick as well. He was looking to play him off the back foot. Always dangerous against somebody who's bowling that quick as a left arm spinner, and he's always straight. Ruffle goes. That's a big wicket. Just as a partnership was blooming, they've lost their third. Ashish gets a wicket of the final delivery of his second over. Ninth gone. Cyril Amarchand Mangal Das says 69 for 3. So spinners bowling in tandem. Vijay will continue. Vijay giving away 6 runs in his first over. He's into his second. Once again, just one boundary rider towards that cover region. As expected, he was looking to work it away towards that square region. Loves to play the square try, does Ronak. And if it's anything full, he'll drive you through covers as well. This time pushes it straight to that fielder at mid-off. It's a quick single. And with that single, the new man is on strike now. Amit Pal. Now Amit Pal, we all know the destruction he can bring upon any team. He's a hard-hitting batsman, and if he gets going, he can smoke them out of this particular ground. Quicker in length, Amit Pal works it away towards that extra cover region. He's off the mark, first ball. He's a hard-hitting, dangerous batsman, is Amit Pal. Kochhar Co would like to see his back very early. Plays that very nicely and gets a boundary as well Two fielders converging, and neither could stop that one. That's it straight down the ground. That's four. Brilliantly played. Great footwork as well. He had to clear his front foot. Nicely uses his wrist to great effect. Wonderful shot. We've seen some delightful strokes of the bat of the skipper. Oh, is that a wicket? Is that a wicket? Oh, is he clean him up? He's cleaned him up around the legs. Would you believe it? The batsman is walking, and it's a big fish as well. Rana goes for 40. Cam cannot believe it. He's bowled him around the legs. He's looking for the sweep. I think he got a glove on it. And that went back to hit the stumps. With that, it will be drinks. That's disastrous for Camp. They've lost their skipper. They're 75 for 4. So Karan Sharma is the new batter who comes out. Drinks are off the field. The players are back in action. One final delivery remains in the 10th over, which is saying will finish that off. What a big breakthrough they got. Kochhar Co, the skipper of Cam, he was batting so well. He set the tone, he set the tempo for his team. That was an unfortunate mode of dismissal. Getting bowled around your legs when you're trying to sweep. It's your glove back onto your stumps. Now, two relatively new batsmen out there. Amit Pal has got 1 run. He's faced just one delivery though. They are adjusting the field at the moment, Kochhar Co. Final delivery coming up. Karan, the new batter. Keep up. Keep up. That's down the leg side. Will get some runs. They get a single. One more run added to the total. I will have to re-bowl that one. Now the best of deliveries after the restart. Here we go. Final delivery. Amit Pal this time the man on strike. He's a hard hitter. He strikes the ball really well. When he hits them, it stays a hit. Plays it off his pads. Turns it away towards the onside. Gets a single at the halfway mark. Cyril Amarsham Mangaldas. 78 for 4. A wicket coming off that over. With the 11th over and mandatory change of ends after the 10th. That's a norm in this tournament. After 10 overs every innings, you switch ends. So Amit Pal will be the man on strike. He took a single of the final delivery of the previous over. So I reckon it's Vishal who will continue. Just making sure that he's got all the fielders to his liking. Long off coming straight. It was wider initially. He wants it straighter, the convention long off fielder. There's a long on in place as well. Or rather, it's Ashish who's into the attack. Dishes out a full toss. And once again, another fumble. Yet again, easy runs given away. Well, that's a crime. Especially when you're giving away these many runs as boundaries to your opposition team. That's really not acceptable. That's not the first time. Vishal holds it full up. Long off this time, cuts it off, gives just a single to the batting team. So it's really interesting. He's every trick up his sleeve does Vishal. Initially we saw him bowling medium pace. Now We saw the success that the spinners got, the conventional spinners in his team got. He's resorted to spin. Now that was a mixture of everything. He came in like a spinner, holds it like a medium pacer. That's excellent running between the wickets. They pushed for two. There was no doubt in the back of their minds. They always wanted a two. That was in the pocket. So these are big enough grounds, and you would sense, because of the dimension of the ground as well, there will be pockets where you can convert ones into twos. That's drilled towards long on. Only a single this time around. One more run taken. And that single brings Amit Pal on strike. Now, I still remember the blitzkrieg Amit Pal. Oh, that's a wayward delivery. He puts it away over square leg. That's a no ball as well. A free hit coming up. So once again, he's got the license to go for it. Well, he wasn't baffled by that delivery. He knew it was an opportunity to free his arms, and that's exactly what he does. And Amit Pal doesn't need a second invitation. And also, I believe that's the second beamer that he's bowled. Probably just slipped out of his hands. The umpire converging, having a word with each other. They're discussing what needs to be done. Things going on for the bowling team, and it's your own fault. I mean, you have got your opposition tied up at the moment. They've lost 4 wickets. You've broken important partnerships, but at the same point of time, we've seen so many fielding lapses, free runs. At least, say, around 20 runs have been given away, making life easier for your opposite numbers. And you bowl like that, you dish out a full toss. And Amit Pal, I was talking about how dangerous he is. That blitzkrieg of an innings that he played last season. I think he has the fastest 50 to his name as well. And he was hitting some massive sixes in that innings. Most of them out of the ground. And Cyril Amachan Mangaldas slowly inching towards a 3-figure mark. So Vishal taken off. And it will be jersey number 9 who will finish this over. That is unfortunate. His campaign with the ball comes to an end, but he's still got a role to play with the bat. Pradyuman. He will be taking care of the final 2 deliveries that remain in this 11th over. This has been a good one for the batting team. So they haven't got bogged down after losing their skipper. They're keeping up the tempo and playing positive cricket. The foot is still on the accelerator. Karan, meanwhile, is the new batter, but he's at the non-striker's end. And Amit, he hit that previous delivery for a 6, but I'm sure he was shaken a bit. He immediately calls in for the helmet. Wants to be on the safer side. Free hit delivery, here we go. Pradyuman will be bowling it. And that's through him. That's through. Straight to the keeper. Fires it in, Pradyuman. Amit Pal was looking to stroke it straight down the ground. That's full, that's straight. That's a good Yorker, I'd say. Amit Pal batting on 13. He's faced just 6 deliveries. Has already got a boundary and a maximum to his name. Final delivery of the 11th over coming up. Goes big! If he didn't connect it on the free delivery, he connects it this time around. That's a monstrous hit. That's exactly what I was talking about. 11th gone, Cam 99 for 4. Huh? Yeah? ठीक है? क्या? ठीक है? ठीक है? अब ठीक है. Well, Amit Pal was dejected that couldn't connect it on that free delivery. The very next ball, he hits it out of the park, and he really backs his strength. He knows if he makes good enough connection, he can clear any ground. Jersey number 11 comes into the attack, pulls it really full. The batsman squeezes it over towards the onside. Quickly gets around it, keeps it to just one. And 100 up as well for Camp, courtesy that single. And 100 up in real quick time. Run rate is pretty good. It's 8.96, almost close to 9. And Vijay Singh into his third over. He's bowled really well. Oh, that's a beauty. That's quicker. Quicker through the air, and after pitching, it travelled quickly into the wicketkeeper's gloves. Amitwal was looking to cut it away towards the square region. He will target the straighter boundaries. Chance, is it? No, just short. Just short. I think he didn't even anticipate that catch. That was travelling towards him. Maybe an inch. If he had come in closer, could have been down his throat. There's a fielder at deep mid-wicket. Will only be a single. Another run added to the total. Karan knows what his task is. He'd want to give Amit Pal as much strike as possible, who's raced away to 20. This is a 12th over, remember. Amit Pal goes back. I told you he'll target the straighter boundaries. Especially the long on boundary, that's a 6. When he targets that, most often than not, when he connects, it stays a hit. That's another one. Well, he swings them hard. He's got the power, he's got the muscle. And he muscles another one through. He moves to 26. That's the way he plays. I told you he could prove to be dangerous if he stays out there. You want him to go back into the hut pretty early in his innings. Otherwise, you're in for trouble. He will keep striking. That's the end of the 12th. Another good one for Cam. They're 109 for 4. So the left arm spinner will continue into his second over. That's a good delivery. That's an interesting length as well. Just pulls back his length and the ball didn't bounce as much. Amit Pal just turns his bat towards the extra cover region, pushes it away for a single, gets Karan on strike. So Ashish has been economical. He's picked up an important wicket as well. He's bowled within himself. He's bowled well. It's uppish all right, but comfortably away from the bowler. Long off gets to it, keeps it to just a single. Amit Pal back on strike. He will target the spinners. He relishes spin. And more often than not, he'll target those straighter boundaries. He loves to play the big shots in the V. But if you bowl short to him, he'll pull you as well. That's 6 more. And you can be rest assured with him, he'll hit you for towering sixes when he connects cleanly. There's hardly any miss hits with Amit Pal. He's a big unit. Brings in power into play. He quickly moves to 34. The fielder still trying to retrieve the ball. He hits them long distances. Amit Pal, the ball covers really long distances when he hits them. So finally we've got the ball back and Ashish will continue. Ashish into his third. Amit Pal still out there, the dangerous Amit Pal. And he's got sighters. He goes again. This time there's a chance. The fielder from deep. Oh, that was an opportunity. Couldn't get there in time. That's four more. Well, even if those are half chances, when somebody like Amit Pal gives you a chance, you just take it up. Otherwise, you're in for some suffering. Moves to 38, does Amit Pal. He so quickly picks up the length, gets down on one knee, and just slogs it away towards the onside. It's not a slog. It's a typical classy batsman slog, but he hits him so well. You know, once he's in top gear, there's no coming back for him. He doesn't look to clear the ropes, he looks to clear the ground. That's how powerful he is. Such a classy batsman. Looks to play away from his body, that was away from the tram line. The pressure clearly showing on the fielding team. Well, one wicket here could change the story. That should be of Amit Pal as far as Kochhar and Co are concerned. It's nicely negated by Amit Pal. Very sensible there. Not trying to do anything fancy, just pushes out the back foot, turns it away towards long off, gets another single, one more run added to the total, gets Karan back on strike to face the final delivery of the 13th over. What happened there? I think he's got something on it. Not sure if it's a bat or pads, but that's four more. Things not looking great for Kochhar and Co at the moment. Another expensive over, 13th gone. Cam, they're 127 for 4. So the premier bowler is back into the attack because they need wickets. Narendra is back into the attack. Amit Pal is the man on strike. Oh, that's a very good start from Narendra. Almost picks up a wicket, but when things don't go your way, it really doesn't. That's four more. Not quite where Amit Pal intended to hit it, but he's got an inside edge onto his pads and that's run away towards the fine leg fence. Four more runs. It's a runs galore at the moment for the batting team. And as they say, fortune favors the brave. Amit Pal is a brave one at the moment. It's off the bat. Thickish inside edge. He moves to 43 of just 16 deliveries. I think he's hell bent on improving his own record. Well, I'm pretty sure he holds the record of hitting the fastest half century in this tournament. Karan is the man on strike, creams it towards the extra cover region, gets a single, gets Amit Pal back on strike. Amit Pal, just 17 deliveries, he's batting on 44. 6 maximums, 6 huge sixes, and 3 boundaries as well. Again, he's looking to swing it hard. What is happening? That's another boundary. That's 4 more runs. That's not of the meat of the bat. That's not where Amit Pal is trying to hit it. Generally, he won't miss out on such deliveries, but he's got a boundary. The idea was right, not the execution, but the results are in Amit Pal's favor. No signal from the umpire, so in all probability that's off the bat. So he moves to 48 of just 18. What an innings this is turning out to be. Now there's a man at short fine leg. Third man is really fine. He goes big and brings up his half century in some fashion. That's typical Amit Pal fashion for you. 50 of just 19 deliveries. I think he's bettered his own record. That's a mammoth 6. And things are looking ominous for Kochhar Co at the moment. Narendra too proving to be expensive. Final delivery, just a push. That's good stuff, good thinking. He will keep strike. 14th gone. Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas, they are looking on course for a big total here. They won 44 for 4. So as many as 17 runs coming off the previous over. And the spinner is into the attack. Look how that run rate has jumped up. That's another one. Add another one to the list. He loves that region. And that big tree is bearing the brunt of his hitting. That's 6 more. 150 up in style. What a player. 150 up in just 14.1 overs. Are we looking at another game where the team batting second are staring at a total in excess of 200? If Amit Pal stays out there till the very end or even till the 18th over or something, he'll make sure they'll get anything in excess of 200. That's the caliber of that batsman. He goes big, long on this time. He'll be interested. He won't get there though. That's 6 more. He's got enough to clear the ropes. The power of Amit Pal. I'll tell you what, he's got a chance of getting to the 3-figure mark here. That's something that won't be in his mind. He won't be thinking about it because he'd be only thinking about powering it over the ropes. That's how he plays. That's his style. And he's so entertaining to watch. 67 of 22. That is unbelievable stuff. Goes again. Is it a hat-trick of 6s? You bet. 6 more. Vijay is having a nightmare all of a sudden after that good start. 3 6s of the 15th over. And he'll go for more. He won't be content. He will swing again. You can be rest assured. Goes again. Has he got the distance this time around? He just about has. 4 in a row. Are we witnessing something here? 4 6s on the trot. Amit Pal moves to 79. And Kochhar Co, they are feeling the pressure. They are reeling under pressure at the moment. And it's because of one man and he's on strike and he's not finished yet. The wicketkeeper having a word of advice to the bowler. I'm not sure what feelings he's going through. But Amit Pal will only have one feeling, that is to swing. And that's exactly what he does. This time all along the ground. Won't get 6 6s in an over, but he'll get a boundary nevertheless. Moves into the 80s. And the score moves to 172. One more delivery to go in this 15th over. This could very well be the biggest total of this tournament so far if Amit Pal stays out there. Final delivery of the 15th. Goes straight, drills it straight to long off. Should be only a single. It is only a single, but what a big over that was. 29 runs coming off it, and the best part is that Amit Pal still has strike. 15th gone. Cyril Amarchand Mangal Das, they're 173 for 4. Well, Amit Pal needing some hydration. Why not? He's thirsty for more because he's on strike. He's not finished yet. 5 overs still remain in this innings. Kochhar Co, they are in for some chase. They're looking at a very big total at the moment. From what they can make out, the signs are ominous. Amit Pal still out there, batting on 84 of just 26. The bowler running in. Just a push this time around. Gets a quick single. Had to hurry there. Moves to 85. Gets Karan back on strike. Karan batting on 11. And Karan at the moment has got the best seat in the house. He's watching carnage from the non-strikers end. That's exactly what he's supposed to do. Hand back the strike to Amit Pal, who's smoking them at the moment. He's bludgeoning the ball. He's knocking the leather off that cricket ball. He's batting on 85. Swings it hard and gets 4 more. At the moment, as I said, he's just looking to knock the cover of that ball. And he swings it really hard, the bat turning in his hands. And that's run away for 4. Once again, thickish inside edge. Moves to 89. Everything paying off for Amit Pal at the moment. Kochhar Co won't be happy with their efforts, especially in the field. Indrajit bowling his third. I think now what he's trying to do is he's looking to swing it a bit too hard. They call for 2. Is there a chance? He's just about made it. Brilliant running between the wickets. Well, he knew that he wanted to come back for the second. He wanted to keep strike. Runs hard. Taking that risk for his team. Moves to 91. That's a brilliant brace. Down the leg side. Some more free runs. They take a single as well. Wide and a single. We'll have to re-bowl that delivery. The bowler Indrajit, who was pretty economical till that point of time. He too has leaked runs. Kochhar and Co haven't had a good day in the field. Well, at one point of time, they had muffled up Cam. A huge shower. The umpire raised his finger. That's straight. That was angled in to the batter. Karan, he was looking to work it away towards the onside. Misses it completely, and that was straight and was crashing onto the stumps as well. So Cam have lost half their side. They're 183 for 5 as Karan walks back. Well, finally, we're ready to resume. Surprising that Kochhar and Co didn't call for a timeout there. Really surprising. So Kapil Arora is the new batter. Plays a good shot that was timed so well. Pristine timing, but unfortunately for him, there was a fielder position at short covers straight to him. That's the end of the 16th. And Cam, at the moment, they're motoring along nicely. 200 definitely on the cards. So we've got to the business end of this innings. What we term as the death overs, the final four. And Amit Pal is a man on strike. Now, we've had an interval, a very short break. Not short, but it's been a long break. And Amit Pal, before that break, was going along really nicely. So I'm not too sure if that will break his rhythm. But he won't enjoy this phase. Kochhar and Co will get some time to analyze what they are doing, especially in this final phase. They'll get a break, they'll get a breather, and that also breaks the momentum of the batter. Especially when you're batting on 91 and you face just 29 deliveries. The left armer is back into the attack. Plays a dot. Not too many dots that Amit Pal has played today. Here's one for you. You can vouch for the fact that when Amit Pal is batting and you make a highlights reel, a defensive stroke can make the highlights reel because he hardly plays any. Swings it hard. Is that a wicket? That's exactly what I was talking about. A shift in momentum. He was batting so well. He had every opportunity of getting to 100. But that's what the break in momentum has done. That's a wicket. Brings about the downfall of Amit Pal. He goes for 91. Cam, unfortunately, have lost a big man, a big wicket. left armour will continue. Kochhar and Co haven't been really good on the field, especially the ground fielding has been terrible today. Generally, they are a very good fielding side, and that is the end of an eventfully long over. It's the end of the 17th. So Cam at the moment 189 for 6. And coming back to that momentum thing I was talking about, if you look at the scorecard, Amit Pal was batting beautifully. And not only this game, every game is all about momentum, especially in a team sport. And that long break, that broke the momentum for Amit Pal. Because if you remember that phase prior to that break, everything was going in his favor. Even when he was swinging hard, he was getting inside edges. The ball was running away towards the fence, just like that, just like what happened there. But this seems to be more intentional. Amit Pal was getting everything going in his favor. And look how he got out. He got an inside edge onto the pads, and that went on to hit his stumps. So it's all about momentum. As a team, when you hit a six of the final delivery, you take that momentum with you when you come out to bowl as well. There is some positive energy within you as a team when that happens. He got an opportunity today. It was a good one to get to the three-figure mark. But unfortunately for him, as an individual, he failed to get to 100. But he's taken his team to a very good position. 91 of just 31 deliveries with a strike rate of 293 is phenomenal. That is exceptional. That's an interesting shot. Slaps it towards long off. He cuts it down, keeps it to just a single. So Cam at the moment slowly inching towards that 200 run mark. I'm sure we are heading towards a run feast. But this should be a very interesting run chase because Kochhar and Co, they've got a potent batting lineup. They've got some really strong batters in there. And we are in for some treat. Sensible. Just a push. What they're trying to do is they're trying to keep the scoreboard ticking, ensuring that there aren't too many dot balls. Just 2 more overs to go after this one in this innings. At one point of time with Amit Pal out there, it looked like Cam would get anything in excess of 230. But that's straight and that's gone. He's cleaned him up. Straight, kept just a tad low. And Kapil, rather it's Deepak who's been dismissed. Pradyuman gets a wicket. A wicket under his belt, the skipper. His first one. And Cam have lost their 7th. They're 196 for 7. So here we go. Start of the penultimate over of this innings. Kapil is a man on strike, and that's some more freebies. And that's 200 up for Cam. Wide and 4. That is a terrible delivery. But Cam will take it. They are 201 for 7 now. With 2 more overs to be bowled. 12 legal deliveries. Things not looking good for Kochhar and Co. They'll be prepared when they come out to bat. They know that they are in for a big chase. And if they apply themselves, this is possible on this track. It's not the first time that we're seeing this. We've seen last Sunday, 2 consecutive games, we saw 200 being put on the total twice. Indrajit bowling to Kapil Arora, works it away once again, using his wrist to great effect. Plays it towards mid-on, gets another single. He moves to 9, gets a new batter, Sunny, on strike. Sunny has just walked out there. He'll be facing his first delivery, but the bowler will try to do his bowl straight, just like that, full inning. Sunny plays it nicely, a good-looking stroke towards the extra cover region, rather towards the long off region. Gets 1 run. He's off the mark straight away. Kapil again back on strike. He's well set now. He's worked out a pace here, Kapil. He knows that the team cannot afford any dot balls. And he's been sensible. Moves to 9 quickly. Sunny back on strike. Gets an under edge. That might also run away. That's 4 more. Another fortunate boundary for the batting team. Kochhar and Co. You can clearly see the worrisome faces. They are not happy one bit. Luck hasn't particularly swung their way today morning. 208 is what's on board. And we've still got some deliveries to go. Barring that one, that will be a wide. We'll have to re-bowl that one. That's an extra run given away. We've seen so many extras given away today. They've been sloppy in the field with the ball in their hands as well. Once again, back-to-back wides. Talk about the keeper. Puts in the dive. Saved a certain boundary once again. Sunny is the man on strike, has got a boundary to his name. Oh, a hat-trick of boundaries. It's going from bad to worse for Kochhar and Co. The skipper having a word with his bowler. Seems like Kochhar and Co have run out of nerves. They're losing the plot here. The bowler running in. Oh, would you believe it? That's another one. That is another one. At this stage, you cannot really afford this. 215 already on the board. The skipper once again having a word with Indrajit, who's given away 50 runs. And he hasn't finished his quota yet. Generally a very good bowler. Comes around the wicket now. But the story doesn't change. It remains the same. 5 wides. Oh, this is hard to watch. You know that They haven't had the best of days on the field. He resorts back to over the wicket. Much better, much better. That's what happens when you bowl wicket to wicket. Sunny plays it straight back to the bowler, to Indrajit. He will love to finish it with a dot. Sunny goes big. Oh, he missed just that one. Was never going to be easy. He was running backwards. And in the end, he's picked up a single only. He clearly missed just that one. Sunny gets a single. And finally, that over comes to an end. A good one for the batting team. So here we go. Final over of the innings. Sunny once again using his wrist turns it away towards the onside. Kapil makes it to the striking end. 219 runs on the board. And as a batting team, you'd be delighted. But make no mistake about it, Kochhar Co have a very potent batting lineup. This should be an interesting run chase. This is a finger-licking contest. We're in for some treat as fans and as viewers. And the pedigree of this tournament has been such a wonderful tournament. The top law firms in the country are fighting it out against each other. It's a 16th edition of the Self-Turf Cricket League. What a fine tournament this has been. Well, it's only getting better this season. That's a stylish stroke, but straight back to the bowler, unfortunately for him. Not the timing he would have liked. Nicely getting on top of the bounce. Hits the pitch hard. Advances, but straight to the keeper. Good delivery. Fuller in length. Pitches it up. Bowls it straight. He's bowling it around that channel. Kapil was looking to clear his front foot and send it sailing straight down the ground. Another stylish stroke through the offside. Could be a boundary. But the fielder from deep extra cover gets around it, keeps it down to 2. Excellent running between the wickets. Another brace. The score moves to 221. Kapil Arora moves into double digits and makes the late adjustment. Well, the bowler knew what exactly he was trying to do. He was looking to advance down the ground, use his feet and heave it away towards the onside, just pulling back the length. So final delivery of the over. Kapil is a man on strike. Makes good connection. Is that in the gap? The fielder does well, does really well. Will they come back for the second? They think about it, but in the end they don't. So 222 is what Cam have on the board, which means that Kochhar Co, if they are to win this one, will require to chase down 223 in their stipulated 20 overs. Should be an interesting run chase. Yes, we'll join you as soon as the players are back on the field. So the run chase is underway. The openers walk out to the middle. But it's a big total that's on the board, 23 runs. Cyril Amarchand Mangalas finishing on a high. They ended up getting to 22. They had lost 7 wickets in the process. But here we go. Should be some run chase this. Nachiketa and Ashish walk out to the middle and a great start. A brilliant start. Deepak bowls it straight, bowls it quick, and bowls it full. Right underneath the bat. Nachiketa had to squeeze that one out. Deepak. He's ready to run in again. He'll be express. The left armour wrapped on the pads, definitely going down leg. The wicket keeper puts in the dive. They'll sneak a single, leg by signal by the umpire. So first runs on the board for Kochhar Co. Not off the bat, but they'll take it. Doesn't matter how they come. The only issue for them at the moment is the required run rate. Constantly it will be shooting up. That's a problem when you're chasing, when you're batting second. See, as a batting unit, if you win the toss, elect to bat first, put runs on the board, then the pressure is always on the team chasing. You've done your job. Now the onus is on them. Once again down the leg side, another strangle. And it's good angle that he's working with. He's coming around the wicket. He's looking to cramp the batsman for room. The idea is right. And immediately the skipper has a word of advice. He switches to over the wicket now. Ashish, the man on strike. If he gets any movement from that angle, can't get better than that. Because the batsman will face a lot of trouble. Left arm seamer coming from that angle. If he gets any movement, then it becomes all the more difficult to face him as a right-handed batsman. Because it's an awkward angle for you. Until the very last moment, you can't really see the wrist position of the bowler because it's away from the angle of your sight, the angle of your vision. That is why right-handed batsmen find it very difficult to pick left-arm bowlers till the very end. That's a classic shot. If you bowl it wide enough, he'll dispatch you. And that's exactly what he's done. Creams it through covers. 4 more runs. 4 more runs in this match, but the first one of this innings. And what a way to get off the mark for Ashish. A stylish stroke through covers. That will give him a lot of confidence. Deepak to continue. Ashish cuts it again, finds the fielder at short third man. That's an interesting field that they've got. They've got somebody who's almost gully, but is actually short third man. But they've got a conventional third man as well. They've got a sweeper cover patrolling the fence. Drives it towards the onside. Gets. So rather, I beg your pardon, they rather don't have a sweeper cover. So it's a tight field as far as the offside is concerned. They hardly have any fielders on the onside. Just a fielder standing mid-wicket. And then they've got a fine leg and also mid-on. So you've got a lot of space around that mid-wicket square region. There's acres of spaces there. So as a bowler, if you're bowling a bit too straight, you will be punished. You will be taken for runs. Meanwhile, the end of the first over, Kochhar Co. 7 for no loss. Nachiketa. He's yet to get off the mark. He's the man on strike. Here we go. Fast bowler comes into the attack with an offer. And he accepts it gleefully. That's 4 more that will run away. No chance for the fielder coming in from third man who puts in the effort. The ball was quicker than him this time around. The ball is hard and new. That will travel. And the other opener, he too gets off the mark with a boundary. 4 more runs for Kochhar Co. Rather, it was Ashish who was on strike. I beg your pardon, because a single had been taken off the final delivery of the previous over. So Ashish now looking fluent. Karan once again offers width to the batsman. He guides it away towards third man. Gets a single this time around. And he hands back the strike to Nachiketa this time, courtesy that single. I'd go on and say that this target, even though it's a very big target, it's gettable on this pitch in these conditions. It's gettable, but you've got to apply yourselves as a batting unit. You've got to nicely bowled, pulls it straight, cramps him for room. You've got to make the bowling unit err. And how you do that is by applying pressure. Under pressure, every single bowler wilts. Because when you're coming hard at the bowler, there are chances you might lose a wicket as well. He was looking for the danger shot. Didn't come off this time around, and Kochhar Co have lost their first. They're 12 for 1. This is precisely the start that they wanted, and that's exactly what they've got. So what you saw was scoreboard pressure as well. Nachiketa wasn't well set. But he had to go for the big shot, because that required run rate with every dot ball, that will creep up on you and that will haunt you. So he had to go for a big stroke. But why hit the big strokes when you can be sensible and put it away by threading the gaps just like that? Very well played. Beautifully timed. And the new batsman is up and running straight away. 4 runs, screams it through the offside. Very well hit. Final delivery of the over coming up. Again, he drives it. Oh, that could be confusion. That could be a wicket, but the throw is at the wrong end. He gets away with that in the end. Very well could have been the second wicket. Some confusion there. Have to be mindful. That's the end of a successful over. 2 overs gone. And Kochhar Co, they're 16 for 1. So the left armour will continue. The batsman gets in line with the ball, turns it away towards the onside. Another dot delivery. Kochhar and Co can't afford to play too many dot balls. That's exactly what we're talking about. That required run rate at the moment is hovering around 11 and a half. That will go up. And oh, he's cleaned him up. He's cleaned him up. He was looking to use his wrist. He was looking to turn it away towards the onside. What an angle and what a delivery. He's cleaned him up. This is exactly what they wanted up front with the ball. Cam, and that's exactly what the bowlers have delivered. Both the opening bowlers have picked up a wicket apiece. And the dangerous Ashish Kothari, he walks back, he goes for 10. And Kochhar and Co, they are under tremendous pressure now. They're 16 for 2. Prarit Sharma is the new batter. He's got a task at hand. Deepak is bowling well. The left armour squeezes it away towards the third man region. He should cut it off. He gets off the mark with a single. But they need at least one boundary every single over, does Kochhar and Co. Narendra got one. The previous over, that is. Got a boundary of the very first delivery that he faced. He's batting on 4. Deepak bowling his second. Will be steaming in. He'll be buoyed by that success. Wrapped on the pads. The umpire not interested. Might just be pitching down leg, and height was also an issue there. Nevertheless, a very good delivery. Deepak at the moment breathing fire, and the batters aren't finding it easy to put him away, and they've got to come up with a plan. This time it's closer, but once again the umpire thinks it's not out. Well, he's struggling to put bat on ball, and it's that angle. It's the left armour's angle coming over the wicket. Always a late sighter for a right-handed batsman. You're always late in picking up a left armour's delivery when he's coming over the wicket. And the problem is when he comes around the wicket, you're cramped for room, and if it's moving into you, you're in trouble then as well. That's a good shot. This time, width was given away, and Narendra, he was excited all about it. Puts it right in the gap. So a sensational over comes to an end, but a boundary to finish it off. Ends it with a flourish. Kochhar and Co. Third gone. They're 21 for 2. So the right arm seamer continues going down leg, definitely going down leg, seam movement, angling into the right-handed batsman. And that really came in sharply. Some evident seam movement. We were talking about the early morning moisture, the help that the seamers were getting in the morning, but these are afternoon conditions and they're still getting it to move off the deck. Nice, he gets behind the line of the ball. Prarit pushes it straight back to the bowler. No chance of a run. Another dot delivery. He's steaming in. He looks for the big slog towards long on. He was looking to clear his front foot. Heave it away. Misses it completely. And that goes straight into the wicketkeeper's gloves. Both Karan Sharma and Deepak Singh, they are whippy. They are working out some pace here. And that just snips off after bouncing. They're taken by surprise. Oh, what a catch! What a reaction! That is unbelievable. He must have stunned himself there. That is unbelievable stuff. And the batsman, he's hesitant to walk off as well. That was something. That is a piece of magic right there. Just sticks his hand out and pulls off a blinder. Have you seen any better catches? Probably in international cricket, but at this stage, it's got to be right on top, right up there. Out comes the crisis man of Kochhar Co. Vishal Singh has been their MVP, their go-to man whenever the team is in trouble. And today the situation is no different. Well, he had a terrible day with the ball. That's so unlike him. But now he's got a job to do with the bat. He'll be facing his first. Has a look around the field. And his task will be cut out. You need to have clarity in your mind. Unlike that, dearth of clarity, he was caught poking at it. Almost edges it straight to the keeper. This is unbelievable bowling. He's been right on the money. And he's keeping them guessing at the moment. Final delivery of the over coming up. Vishal yet to get off the mark. Swings at it again. Beaten consecutively. What an over. Brilliant over. A wicket coming off it. It's a wicket made, and would you believe it? Fourth gone, Kochhar Co. They're 21 for 3. Surprisingly enough, the left armour has been given another over. His third. Bowls a slow delivery and foxes the batsman. Wow. This is some display. Kochhar Co. They are reeling at the moment. They're staring down the barrel. They've lost their fourth. Bowling the slow delivery, just rolling his fingers. The batsman who was looking for the big shot, looking to play it towards the onside, has missed it completely, and that crashed onto the stumps. So Narendra goes for 8. Another one bites the dust. And Karan He picks up his third wicket. It's going from bad to worse for Kochhar and Co at the moment. Rather, I beg your pardon, it's Deepak who picks up his second wicket. So both the opening bowlers have got 2 wickets now. The new man walks out. Pradyuman, the skipper, he'll be facing his first. And he's against Deepak. At the moment, he's bowling thunderbolts. Plays it calmly towards the offside. No chance of a run. That's a dot delivery. Now, the question is, how do they get out of jail? Kochhar and Co. They are in a dismal position at the moment. The run rate is even below 5. It was wrapped on the pads, but the impact was clearly outside off. Required run rate has gone in excess of 13 now. It will not be easy to bring that down. Also consider the fact that they've now just got 6 wickets in hand. And their top 4 are back in the hunt as well. You've got 2 relatively new batsmen out there, both yet to get off the mark. Both have faced 2 deliveries. Just a push towards the offside. Another dot. As I said, every dot ball will bring out the best of the bowling team. They're tightening the screws here. Our Cam lets it go. And it's been called a no ball. It's been called a front foot no ball. It will be a free hit. So Pradyuman, he's got the license now. And you can be rest assured that he will swing it hard. He will go for a mighty heave for sure. An opportunity for him to get off the mark. It's been cleaned up, but it's a free hit delivery. Doesn't matter. It's nice he bowled. Once again, full and straight and fast. As I said, he's breathing fire, bowling absolute thunderbolts. Yet another over where they've hardly given away any runs to the batting team. So final delivery coming up. Here we go. The batsman wasn't ready, it seems. Deepak ready to steam in. Just 1 run has come off this over. That too courtesy that no ball. Final delivery. Can he close it off well? Full again. The batsman just pushes it away straight to the fielder. That's the end of the over. Just 1 run off it. And 5th gone. Kochhar and Co. They're 22 for 4 after the end of that one. The skipper and the most prolific batsman in the ranks of Kochhar and Co. are out there. They have tried, but they are yet to get off the mark. The required run rate is almost 13.5. They have lost 4 wickets. Something has to give in here. Something will happen for sure. This is the final over of the power plays. Vishal is the man on strike. What do we have in store? That is a question. Deepak will continue. That's exactly what will happen. Vishal will smoke them. He's off the mark with that boundary. Hits that with some disdain. Stand and deliver. Squeezes it past over extra cover. And I tell you what, that ball couldn't have traveled towards the boundary ropes any faster than that. Karan bowling his third over. He's conceded just 13 runs, taking into account that boundary as well. Vishal will tonk it, but he will be sensible. If you bowl good lines, any good batsman, he'll be forced to defend. Karan steaming in again, right arm over the wicket. Again, defending that, just a push towards the offside. Another dot delivery. So they've been really tight with their lines. They've run through their plans and executed them perfectly. And it's been straightforward. Bowl it straight, bowl it wicket to wicket, not to give them any width. Just a single on that occasion brings Pradyuman back on strike, courtesy that single. So he got a boundary of the very first delivery of the over. And after that, there have been two dot deliveries. The required run rate in excess of 13 and a half. What he should have tried to do is keep the scoreboard ticking, make sure that there aren't too many dot balls. And once that happens, you'll get looseness just like that. That one down the leg side. A wide signal by the umpire. He will have to re-bowl that one. And I remind you, Pradyuman is yet to get off the mark. He's batting on not. He's faced 6 deliveries. And it would be an understatement to say that at the moment, Kochhar and Co, they're struggling. Because they require 195 more runs of the next 86 legal deliveries. And they've got just 6 wickets in hand. They need a partnership. And a big one at that. And these two are pretty much capable of that as well. One of them has to take the game deep. They won't mind if both of them take it deep and take it to the very end and probably help their team to an emphatic victory. He's off the mark with that single. He will keep strike. That's the end of the power play overs. 29 for 4 Kochhar and Co after the end of the 6th. So spin being introduced immediately after the field restrictions are done with. A spinner comes into the attack. And it's that man Amit Pal. He can do everything. And at the moment, he can do no wrong except for bowl a wide first up. Corrects that. The very next delivery. Bowls it within the tram line. Pradyuman is the man on strike. Took a single of the final delivery of the previous over. He's got an interesting action, very similar to an international cricketer. The off spinning legend, especially the approach and then the delivery stride is very similar to Ravi Ashwin. He started well. The lines have been tight, but Pradyuman really finding it difficult to get a move on. And it's another dot meanwhile. Seems like Pradyuman is not even trying to hit the big shots. Was looking to steer it away towards third man. And this approach won't help them much because it's a very big total that you're trying to chase down. Almost hits it back to the bowler. They don't take the single. I really don't understand this approach from Kochhar Co. That's the end of the over. Apart from that wide, no runs coming off it. A great start that by Amit Pal. Just one run off it. Seventh gone. Kochhar and company. They have some work to do. They have some catching up to do. They are 30 for 4 at the moment. A medium pacer comes into the attack. Vishal hits it straight, hits it well. That's the best place to hit. Over the bowler's head. Nobody there. And 4 more runs. They need many more of those. So Vishal batting on 9. Sunny, not the best of starts for him. He bowls one outside the tram line this time around. Another extra given away. Not that Cam will mind it as such. Because as it stands, they're comfortably placed in this game. Vishal looks to make room, looks to work it away towards the square. Straight to the wicket keeper. That one staying a tad bit low as well. That's what I was coming to. You know, we spoke about this in the morning. As the game progresses, as the day progresses, the pitch tends to get slower and lower. So, hitting those cross-batted shots won't be easy. And also, they're showing no intent when it comes to running between the wickets as well. They're not hurrying for those singles because Vishal knows when he swings it, he can hit them big just like that one. That's the first maximum of the innings. And immediately the wicketkeeper has a word with the bowler. Kochhar and company, are they getting a move on here? They love to because that run rate, that's soaring. It's almost 15 at the moment. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . fielder trying to retrieve the ball. Shorter in length, he guides it away towards a fine leg fence, but there is a fielder. The fielder gets around it, gets a single, and with that single, he brings up Pradyuman on strike to face the final delivery. Pradyuman is batting on 1 of 14. He's got to bring up that strike rate. It's dismal at the moment. 7.14. Another dot he's played. That's the end of the 8th. Kochhar Co. They're 42 for 4 at the moment as it stands. So Amit Pal will continue. He bowled a brilliant first over. That's drilled towards long on. Only will get a single. So Vishal moves to 16. 17 rather with that single. Pradyuman back on strike. Now Pradyuman, as I stated in the previous over, really needs to get a move on. Almost loses his wicket there. That was a sharp chance. Got his left hand to it. It didn't quite stick. At full marks for the effort. That's down the leg side. Will be signalled a wide. It is. We'll have to re-bowl that run, Amit Pal. They've been much tighter than Kochhar Co. when it comes to the lines and the lengths. Amit Pal in particular just gave away 1 run. That to courtesy a wide. That will be for Pradyuman's first. Through the onside, nobody there. Absolutely nobody on the onside, especially behind square. No fine leg as well. And Pradyuman takes full toll of it. Slightly straighter, the bowler. Pradyuman was quick onto it. Stays on the back foot. And just giving it the much needed direction. It's really an interesting field because the keeper does well there. Gets around it. They could come back for the second and decide against it, and rightfully so in the end. So it's packed on the offside. Then you've got a long off. You've got a fielder at deep mid wicket. You've got a mid wicket as well. And then towards a fine leg fence, you've got nobody. You've got acres of spaces there, but nobody's targeting that fence because Vishal has decided to hit it straight over long off for yet another 6. 6 more runs. Amit Pal is being given the same treatment that he displayed when he was batting out there. Vishal moves to 23. 50 up as well for Kochhar Co. Courtesy that 6 that he hit. Just a push. Gets a single. He will keep strike courtesy that single. That's the end of the 9th. Kochhar Co. They're 56 for 4 after the end of that over. Good over that one for the batting team. BSR. He's into the attack. Another change in bowling. Fast bowler. Right arm quick. He'll be bowling his first. On the pads of Vishal. Vishal just looks to guide it away, but the fielder was quickly onto it. No chance of a run. They've got a fine leg in place now. He's put it away towards the offside. The fielder has some work to do. Does well. Keeps it down to just a single. They've really tied down the batsmen, the bowlers, and the fielding has been decent. There's a sweeper cover. There's a long off. There's a long on. Somebody standing at deep mid wicket as well. That's a good looking stroke, but the fielder at extra cover comes in quickly, puts in the throw, keeps it down to just a single. Vishal, he's batting on 25. He's done the bulk of the scoring in this innings. That's away from the tram line. Should be a wide. It is a wide. Well, the wicketkeeper was trying to dislodge the bails, but as it seems, Vishal didn't leave his crease at all. Fuller delivery this time. I think it's just within the tram line. Vishal was in two minds there, whether to go for it, whether to squeeze that out and carve it away towards the third man region, or whether to let it go. In the end, just decides to let it go, but it was really bold. It was well within the tram line. Go straight. Has he got all of it? He has. That's another 6 over long off. That's a brilliant hit. That's what he can do. He can inflict a lot of damage. If it was Amit Pal for Cam, it very well could be Vishal for Kochhar Co. Just clearing his front foot, the clarity in his mind, picked his spot, and he knew if he had connected it cleanly, he can clear that fielder standing at long off. The confidence he has in himself and his stroke making, that's remarkable. Final delivery of the over coming up. This has been a good one for the batting team. Plays it defensively straight back to the bowler. He's disappointed there, Vishal. At the halfway mark, Kochhar Co. They're 65 for 4. And it will be time for a drinks interval. And we are ready to resume now. And it's a mandatory switch of ends. Pradhiman and Vishal still out there. Pradhiman is the man on strike. He's batting on 7 of 19 deliveries. And Vishal has faced the same amount of deliveries. He's batting on 31. A huge contrast there. You see the required run rate 15.88, and that's the end of Pradhiman's woes. He's bowled a straight one, just slightly angling into him. He was looking to work it away towards the mid-wicket region, and he's missed one, but the bowler hasn't. He's right on target. Kochhar and Co have lost half their side. They're 65 for 5. So the new man is out there, coming in at number 7. Looks to guide it away towards a point region. Straight into the wicketkeeper's gloves, into away movement. Swing and a miss. This time a push, but straight to the man standing at short extra cover. We've seen too many dot balls played out by Kochhar and company. And can't afford to do that, especially when you're chasing 223. He goes big. Looks to go downtown. He's found the gap. And he will get a boundary. 4 runs, a couple of bounces into the boundary ropes. He's off the mark with that. That's a good shot. Picks it up. Picks it up nicely. 4 signal by the umpire. So Prem up and running. Hasn't got much time because that required run rate is creeping up with every single delivery. It's 16 and a half now. We are into the 11th over. This time through the offside, plays it towards the point region, gets a single. Gets Vishal on strike to face the final delivery of the 11th over. Vishal is batting on 31. Just marking his guard after the drinks interval. Slaps it through covers. Will only get a single. He will keep strike. That's the end of the 11th. Kochhar and Co. 71 for 5. Vishal still out there. He's batting on 32. So the skipper brings himself on. The off spinning option. He's tried a lot of bowlers today. He himself is one of them. The batsman was again going for the big slog sweep towards the onside. Ronak to continue. Prem is the new batter who's walked out. He's batting on 5 at the moment. Vishal, the man on strike, is looking to target that onside fence. But that's a longer boundary. Just a single on that occasion. One more run added to the total. Extra bit of bounce there. That just zipped up. Getting a bit too big on him. Prem as he was looking to work it away towards the point region. Width on offer. Latches onto it. Sweeper cover has some work to do. Very well done. Takes the tumble. Keeps it to just a single in the end. One more run added to the total. Vishal makes room for himself. Slaps it hard enough for the ball to go towards the boundary. Ropes racing. So a boundary to end the 12th. So 12th gone. Kochhar Co. 79 for 5. So Sunny will continue. Sunny into his second over. Prem hits it well. There is protection out there, but he can't get to it. That's nicely placed. He had a lot of ground to cover for a moment. I thought he cut it off, but it was timed too well from Prem. The score moves into the 80s now. That's why you have to be straight. You've got to be wicket to wicket on this track. Hint of width, and the batsmen will take full toll of it. They are waiting for such a line. And you can't even bowl there on the pads. They missed out there, but very well could have inflicted some damage. Vishal back on strike, batting on 38. He's been the lone warrior for his team, but he could be back in the hut. He is back in the hut. That was aerial and long off. Made that look ridiculously easy. Had a lot of ground to cover. Was a difficult chance. And with that, I think the last pinned hope for Kochhar Co departs. Vishal goes for 38. And they're struggling big time. They're 84 for 6 now. Rajat is the new batter. He'll be facing his first. Sunny is rather into his third over. No. Rajat off the mark straight away. They're pushing in the overs so quickly that I almost forgot that Sunny had bowled 2 overs prior to this one. They're rapid when it comes to the over rate. Almost another wicket. Almost another one. He was looking to just work it away, middle it, and put it away outside the park, that is. Prem didn't connect on that one. Sunny's dejected. That missed the off stump by a whisker. This time pushes it all along the ground. Will keep strike. Another successful over comes to an end. 13th gone. Kochhar and company. They're 86 for 6 now. Yeah. So fast bowler brought in to do the cleanup job. Final 4 wickets. The left arm pacer almost picks up a one. He was going after it. Pacey delivery. Reaches up to it. Gets an outside edge. There was a slip in position as well. That's gone right between the slip and the wicketkeeper. Prem moves to 15. Deepak will be bowling out. He's been really good. He's been top notch. He's building up some steam. He's been straight. He's been quick. He's done everything right. Squeezes that out. Prem works it away towards the offside. Stylish looking stroke. Only for a single though. Rajat is very new out there. He's faced just one delivery. He's decided to switch around the wicket. I'm sure he's looking to bowl a Yorker somewhere around here. Interesting field behind the stumps. And it's beaten both those fielders. There was a conventional third man who was very fine. And there was a short third man who too was fine, almost in a catching position. And he's got it wide enough to beat both those fielders. Gets his first boundary, does Rajat. So now that short third man comes off, he brings himself to short extra cover. That will be a wide. Again, he's very nippy. Is Deepak, the batsman who's looking to swing it away towards that cover region. Away from the tram line. We'll have to re-bowl that one. Pushes it. There's a fielder who gets around at point, keeps it to just one. The score moves to 97. They're slowly inching towards that 3-figure mark, but still they're far and away from the target that they were set. 223 was the target, 126 more runs to get there. Looks highly unlikely at the moment. And I have to say, on this pitch, from whatever we've seen, the teams that have batted first have won the games. Except for one game, I reckon, where Shardul Amash and Mangaldas, they cleaned up their opposite numbers pretty early. Got them all out and then chased down the target very quick. That's steered away. That's for the fielder giving it the chase, but in the end, the ball will win that race. So 100 up for Kochhar and Co, courtesy that boundary as well. Three-figure mark up. That's the end of the 14th. Kochhar and Co, they're 101 for 6 now. So the skipper will be bowling his second over. The batsman just plays it straight, and the skipper has enough time to field it in his own follow through. So nothing has worked out in their favor today, as far as Kochhar and company are in question. And neither the toss. They lost the toss. Cam, after winning the toss, electing to bat first. Is that a wicket? Is that a wicket? Almost pulls one off with a rubbish delivery. I'm sure that just slipped out of his hands. But it was fascinating to watch, nevertheless. Much better, much better. And he gets a wicket for that effort as well. That's another one. Another one goes. And they've lost their seventh. Kochhar and company, they're 102 for 7. And the skipper is got his first wicket. He too joins in on the action after that brilliant batting display. And it's a sorry scorecard for Kochhar and company at the moment. Indrajit, the bowling mainstay of Kochhar and company, he's out there now. He'll be facing his first. Ronak, can he pick up another one? He'd be delighted if he could question ask again, but hide the issue. Hide definitely the issue. And probably, maybe just going down leg as well. Now we're down to mere formalities. Even though, if you look at the equation, pure maths, it's gettable. But they've got just 3 wickets in hand. 22.69 will be very tough, especially on this pitch. Just lobbed up in the air, providing a lot of loop. And the batsman finds the fielder. He's yet to get off the mark as Indrajit. Final delivery of the 15th over coming up. Again tosses it up. Plays it straight to the fielder at mid-off. Another dot delivery, another successful over. Just one run and wicket coming off it. 15th gone. Kochhar and company, they're 102 for 7. So BKR in for his second. Batsman has gone for a big shot. The fielder running in. Would you believe it? 3 fielders getting around it and the ball evading all 3 of them. And the man coming in from long on. He saves the ball from trickling away towards the boundary ropes. 2 runs coming there. Interesting shot by Prem. He will go for it. He will be looking for half a dozen every single ball he faces from here. Again, looks to swing it away towards the onside, making a knock. That's I've made a point about this. That's a natural swing of a right-hander. You go from north to south. That creates a 90 degrees towards your left. It's got a lot to do with the stance as well. Generally, it's not a completely open stance. Quicker delivery, cramped him for room. The batsman works it away towards point. A direct hit, I believe. Or was it? Or was it the glove? But in the end, the batsmen, they have made it to their crease. Had to hurry there. BKR bowling a surprise delivery there. In all likelihood, he tried the slow one. Batsman plays it straight to mid-off. Another dot. The problem with Kochhar and company has been the fact that there has been too many dot deliveries in this particular innings. Good fielding. Excellent fielding. Is that a run out? I think the wicketkeeper didn't collect it cleanly. So that's the end of the over. Just 4 runs coming off it. 16th gone. Kochhar and company, they're 106 for 7. The captain will continue. Once again, the question has been asked. Pretty sure that's travelling down leg can't be given out. They'll sneak a single. Leg by is given by the umpire, rightly so. Ronak has hardly given away any runs. This is his 3rd over. He's given away 8 and he's picked up a wicket as well. Prem batting on 23. Oh, that's a good shout. That is a very good shout. Was there any bat involved? That is a question. Was it off the inside edge? I think it was because there's no signal from the umpire, so definitely an inside edge. It looked like an inside edge onto the pads. If not for the bat there, would have been a close call. Oh, that slapped. That slapped. It was asking to be hit, and he puts it away. No questions asked there. Indrajit gets his first boundary. That was a nothing delivery. And Indrajit moves to 5. But that run rate, that required run rate is 31 now. Down the leg side, might have to re-bowl that one. It is a wide. Another extra. They sneak a single as well. Now Prem back on strike. This has been a sensible innings by Prem. But doesn't look like he can take his team home. Oh, quicker one. Nicely bowled. Had to change his shot at the very last moment. Mixing his pace nicely. Once again, cramped for room. They think about a single. Sent back. And rightly so in the end. This has been yet another good over from Prem. He hits it straight. That could be a wicket. It is a wicket. That's the end of Prem as well. The captain gets another one, his second. And Kochhar and company, this innings is drawing to a sad end for them. They've lost their eighth wicket. So 17 overs gone. Kochhar and company, they're 114 for 8. So Amit Pal, the destructor in chief, he is back bowling his offies. And there would be no doubt in anybody's mind that who the man of the match would be. Because when you see destruction like that, you just sit and watch in awe. The man hit some towering sixes, just continuing from where he had left off last season. The new batter is out there. Vijay Singh is the new batsman. They get a single. Vijay will be on strike now. He'll be facing his first. The wicket had fallen off the final delivery of the previous over. Vijay facing Amit Pal, who was bowling his third over. It'll be an icing on the cake if he gets a wicket as well, Amit Pal here. Beaten in flight. Vijay wanted to use his feet against the off spinner. Decides to stay back. Was caught sitting on the fence there. Once again, same attempt, and this time it's been given out. So Amit Pal has got a wicket as well against his name. Vijay fails to open his account, and that's yet another one. Was that an edge? That is a question. Yes, that's got behind. He got a nick onto that one. And talk about smart catching. What a catch that was. Just grabbed it from behind the stumps. Never easy. You know, the slightest of deviations, you don't know which direction the ball is going to. You've got to be alert at all times. There is the final batsman down the leg side. We'll have to re-bowl that one. The number 11 walking out. It's just a procession from here. Straight back to the bowler. Well, the scoreboard pressure is always on you. And that's straight. The umpire doesn't raise his finger. Maybe height. Maybe height. But that was a close call. It was a really close call. You see the swag of Amit Pal. He's got his hat on, his cap. He just destroyed the opposition team with a whirlwind knock of 90 plus. And he's picked up a wicket as well. Looks so calm and relaxed. So another successful over. 2 runs and a wicket coming off it. 18th gone. Kochhar and company, they're 116 for 9. Ronak will finish his quota. Pulls a very wild delivery down the leg side. Indrajit, meanwhile, is batting on 6. Extra bit of bounce. He's looking to cut it off. So Indrajit will be looking for the big shots. Just like that. Not the placement he would have liked, but he'll take a single. One more run added to the total. He moves to 7. Daria is back on strike. He's yet to get off the mark. He's faced 3 deliveries. That is an interesting shot. He was trying to do that. That's wide signal by the umpire. Well, he wanted a single. He wanted to get to the non-striker's end, but sent back from Indrajit. But they were never in it. Will that be a wicket just short of Amit Pal? Was chipped in the air. There he gets away with that. He opens his account with that single. Genuine edge. Straight to the man standing at short third man. Final delivery of this spell, and what a spell this has been by the skipper himself. He's picked up 2 wickets, but he's been really economical. Talk about fielding. At some ground fielding. Came in quickly, came in sharp. The throw was accurate as well. Another miser over. Just 4 runs coming off it. 19th gone. Just 1 more over to go. Kochhar and company, they're 120 for 9. And they're 103 runs adrift. Jersey number 3 will be bowling the final over of the innings. That's a good looking shot, but there is enough protection. Long on, gets to it, keeps it down to just a single. Mohit Gogia. His first happens to be the final over of this innings. Mohit bowls it down the leg side. We'll have to re-bowl that one. That was a wayward delivery. Mere formalities that we're running through. Almost picks up his first wicket, Mohit. Just over his head. Might have got a fingertip to it. Mid off. Keeps it down to just 1. There he moves to 2. Indrajit back on strike. He's batting on 9. Misses a full toss there. Just sneaked under his bat. Another dot delivery. Down to just the final 3. He was hurried there. Gets on the front foot. Just works it away towards the offside. Another dot. The question is, what is going to be the margin of this victory? How many more runs can they get of these final 2 deliveries? They can't get anything because he's cleaned him up. Mohit picks up a wicket as well. So that's the end of it. Kochhar and company are bundled out for 123. And which invariably means that Cam have won this game by a very big margin of 99 runs. What a win this is. Huge margins. And Kochhar and company, they'll be dejected. But they are a much better team than this.
say are bowling.